Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's jump right in. We're tackling maybe one of the biggest questions for brands today. When you use AI for your customers, is it really building connection? Or is it just, more convenience that maybe doesn't even work that well?
Exactly.
We've got insights here from a recent AI Mastermind session looking at the blueprint for using AI to really transform customer experience, or CX.
Mhm.
We want to get past just thinking, how can AI make us faster?
Yeah, the internal stuff.
Right, and
Yeah.
focus on how AI shapes that first impression, how it builds trust or breaks it.
It's so true
Hmm.
because the moment that tech hits the front line
Yeah.
facing the customer, it stops being just an efficiency tool.
Okay.
It becomes core strategy. So CX, customer experience, it's really the ultimate stress test for AI maturity.
That's a great way to put it, the stress test.
Yeah, and the stakes are incredibly high. This
Yeah.
is where your brand promise, all that marketing, it crashes right into the tech reality.
And the customer's trust is right there in the middle.
Absolutely. Get it wrong, and, well, loyalty just evaporates. Faster than ever, I'd argue.
But get it right. And you can scale relationships in ways we couldn't even imagine a few years back.
That's the potential.
So, our mission today is to unpack how AI can genuinely enhance those relationships.
Wow.
We're talking digital empathy, perfect memory, being responsive at scale.
Key concepts.
We'll look at the difference between, the old clunky tech and the new stuff, and some surprising new ways we need to measure if it's actually working. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
All right, first things first. The core idea from the mastermind sessions was that AI has to be about augmentation, not replacement.
Yes. The human anchor.
Keep the human central. We heard this great example, Lisa G. and her boutique luxury travel agency.
Right, very high touch.
Exactly. People go to her for that personal connection, that face-to-face judgment. You trust a person with a massive trip.
And her thinking is spot on. She knows AI can't replicate that handshake, that gut feeling a client gets, especially for a $50,000 trip. So her focus is making the back end awesome.
The infrastructure.
Yeah, using AI so her team can access info instantly, craft these really complex personal offers way faster. It's about freeing up the humans.
So they can spend more time on the stuff that really matters, the empathy, the hand-holding.
Exactly. Eliminate the grunt work so they can focus their energy where it counts, on what makes a luxury brand feel, well, luxurious.
So the takeaway is AI can't fake caring, but it can free humans up to care more. Okay, but let me push back on that a little bit.
Okay.
If AI handles all the easy questions, the simple stuff, doesn't that mean the human agent's job gets, inherently harder?
How so?
Well, they're left with only the really tough cases, right? The super frustrated customers, the complex problems, the people who've already bounced off the automated system.
I see what you mean. The concentration of difficult interactions.
Yeah. Are we freeing them up or just creating these, high-stress specialists?
That's a really critical point.
Yeah.
And the sources suggest the answer is, it depends on how you support them,
Okay.
which leads us to agent assistants
Yeah.
or co-pilots, which we'll get to. If that human agent gets perfect summarized context from the AI and the AI handles documentation,
Uh-huh.
then the cognitive load still goes down, even if the call itself is emotionally intense.
So they're not scrambling for info while someone's yelling.
Exactly. They shift from being a sort of data clerk or researcher into a high-level problem solver.
That distinction, clerk versus problem solver, that feels really key. And it takes us right to the next big thing. The huge difference between old school chatbots and this new agentic AI.
Oh, massive difference.
Everyone remembers those terrible chatbots, right? Just rigid logic, like a flow chart that talks back, usually badly.
Totally. Frustrating loops until you just give up. They relied on scripts, keywords.
If you went off script, forget it.
Yeah, they just broke.
Yeah.
Agentic AI, though, built on these large language models, LLMs, it's fundamentally different. It's trained on, well, messy, real human language.
Some structured stuff.
Exactly. So it doesn't just follow a path. It actually processes meaning, context dynamically.
Okay, and here's where it gets really interesting, right? Agentic AI doesn't just understand language.
Right.
It can make decisions. It can take actions on its own, like process a refund, book something. And crucially, it learns from every single interaction.
Perfect memory. That's the game changer.
Yeah. We're talking about something that remembers you across channels. You start on the app, maybe send an email, then jump into a chat.
And the AI knows the whole story. 100% context all the time.
No more repeating yourself.
Exactly. And that memory lets you totally rethink the conversation itself. Damien's point on shifting to true conversational design was really eye-opening.
Instead of just transactional questions.
Right. Forget just funneling the customer with yes-no stuff. The AI becomes more like a guide, a listener.
Like the travel example again, instead of where and when.
The Agentic AI can genuinely ask, tell me about your dream trip, and listen for 20 minutes.
Wow, 20 minutes of just dreaming out loud with an AI.
Yeah. It turns a search into like a discovery session.
Yeah.
The AI uses open prompts, picks up on sentiment, those vague ideas,
Yeah.
maybe shows you quick visuals to swipe through. Safari, cruise, historic tour.
That feels so much more human, even though it's AI.
It does. And that quote from the mastermind session just nailed it. Chatbots are customer deflection. AI agents are customer connection.
Deflection versus connection. I like that. It's about building towards a solution from maybe just a fuzzy idea.
Precisely.
Okay, so we agree this new AI is way smarter, way more personal, but, proof is in the pudding. How do we actually prove it? Where are the hard numbers on loyalty, efficiency?
Right. That takes us into the three main frontline use cases where this stuff is delivering real, measurable value.
Because CX is the new loyalty battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing some huge numbers, sources mention up to, 45% gains in support efficiency?
Yeah, documented gains. It's happening.
Yeah.
And the first big use case driving that is customer self-service that actually works.
The holy grail.
Pretty much. But it only works because Agentic AI understands that messy, natural language we talked about.
Okay.
The absolute must-have. It has to resolve the issue instantly. No, let me transfer you.
Because if it doesn't work, people are gone faster than ever.
Exactly. But the data shows customers want this if it's good. Sources say 67% prefer AI self-service if it works.
That if is doing a lot of work there.
It is. But when it's frictionless, it feels like help, not a hurdle. Think about the DoorDash example using AI for their Dasher support.
Yeah.
They got 50 times the testing capacity and 50% faster responses.
50% faster. Impressive. But hang on, that brings back my earlier point. Is it just faster or is it better? Are they just rushing Dashers off the line?
That's the right question to ask. Speed alone isn't the metric.
Right.
It has to be resolution rate. If that drops, the speed is useless because the Dasher calls right back, frustrated, and you've gained nothing.
So the real win is speed plus resolution.
Exactly. Getting that speed while keeping, say, 90% plus first contact resolution. And the new AI is actually starting to deliver that.
Okay, that makes sense. What's the second use case?
Agent assistants, or co-pilots. This speaks directly to your concentrated misery point.
Ah, helping the humans who get the tough calls.
Precisely. The AI isn't just summarizing history. It's actively helping the agent in real time, suggesting next steps, pulling relevant info, even checking compliance.
So it basically turns every agent into a subject matter expert instantly.
That's the goal. And think about the human cost. Burnout is huge in contact centers, 52% tied to that cognitive load.
Scrambling between 10 different screens.
Well, juggling a difficult customer, yeah. AI drastically reduces that stress. It cuts handle time, sure, but maybe more importantly, it gets new hires up to speed incredibly fast.
So a rookie can perform like a veteran much sooner.
Right. Someone with 6 months experience can have the consistency of someone with 3 years. That minimizes churn, saves costs, improves quality. It's huge.
Okay, and the third one?
Conversational analytics. This is more strategic. It moves companies away from just reacting to problems towards predicting them.
Yeah.
Because AI can analyze everything. 100% of calls, chats, emails.
Not just a tiny sample for QA.
Exactly. It analyzes for sentiment, tone, accuracy, whether procedures were followed. You get the full picture.
So no more relying on those post-call surveys that only get the extremes, the really happy or the really mad.
Right. You see trends emerging in real time. Fujitsu is a great example here.
What did they find?
They got a 60% boost in QA efficiency just by having AI automatically evaluate 100% of their calls.
60%.
Yeah, that gives them immediate insight into where they need better training or maybe where the product itself has issues. It's proactive.
Okay, this tech is clearly reshaping expectations fast, which makes me think we need to look ahead, right?
Absolutely.
That brings us to this idea of CX timelines. Because there's a big generational thing happening.
Definitely.
Like Lucy G mentioned, her current big spenders, they might still want a beautifully printed PDF itinerary.
Totally. They value that tangible artifact. But the next generation, completely digital native.
So how do you bridge that?
Well, Paul's point was crucial. The systems we build right now are setting the expectations for tomorrow's customers.
Ah, so we can't wait.
No, you can't just flip a switch later. We have to start designing AI experiences today that will feel completely natural to future customers, while still, respecting the preferences of current ones.
So maybe like hybrid stuff. AI generates a super personalized itinerary, but it can output a slick PDF or a dynamic web view.
Exactly. Using Agentic AI to create high-touch outputs, whether digital or physical, bridging the eras.
That kind of strategic thinking, it leads straight into governance, doesn't it?
It has to. Governance is basically the new CX frontline.
So what does this all mean, really? It means your governance rules, your guardrails. That is your brand voice now.
100%. Because every single conversation your AI has with the customer, that is your brand speaking. And you are on the hook for it.
Legally, even.
Oh, absolutely. Without strong governance, the risk is massive. We saw it with Air Canada. Their chatbot made a mistake.
What happened?
It promised a customer a specific type of refund based on Breesman fares that, well, didn't actually align with company policy.
Uh-oh.
The customer relied on it, booked flights. When Air Canada refused the refund, it went to court. And the court sided with the customer, ruled the chatbot was acting as an agent of the company, and Air Canada had to honor what the bot said.
Wow. That's not just bad CX. That's a legal ruling setting precedent. The AI is the brand's representative.
Precisely. Which makes transparency non-negotiable. The sources were clear.
Yeah.
Customers value clarity over magic.
Meaning?
If they know it's an AI, but it's helpful and gets the job done, they're generally fine with it, maybe even prefer it for simple tasks.
But if they think it's human and it's messing up.
Trust just craters. They feel deceived and poorly served.
Okay, so if the interaction is shifting from just speed and efficiency towards managing a relationship, our old metrics don't really cut it anymore, do they?
Not really. Think about average handle time, AHT.
Yeah, the classic contact center metric.
If an agentic AI spends 20 minutes having that dream trip conversation, that's a high AHT.
Yeah.
But the customer satisfaction, the data gathered, through the roof.
So a high AHT could actually be a good thing now?
In certain contexts, absolutely. Which means we need new ways to measure success. Emerging metrics.
This feels really practical. What are these new metrics?
Okay, 3 key ones emerged. First, time to trust.
Time to trust.
Yeah. How quickly, how many back and forths does it take before a customer feels comfortable sharing personal details or complex needs with the AI?
Ah, so if the AI shows good memory understanding, that time should drop.
Exactly. Second metric, accuracy under emotion.
Okay, what's that?
Can the system stay accurate, helpful, and crucially maintain the right brand tone when the customer is upset?
When they're frustrated, maybe using angry language.
Right. Or even yelling. Does the AI escalate things with robotic responses, or can it actually help de-escalate? That's a huge test of its capability.
A system that can calm things down without sounding like a robot. That's powerful.
Immensely. And the third one, brand tone consistency.
Makes sense. If the AI is talking to millions of people across all these different touch points.
Is it consistently sounding like your brand?
Yeah.
Is it warm, professional,
Yeah.
empathetic, authoritative, whatever your brand voice is supposed to be?
Right. These metrics definitely shift the focus from just speed towards the quality of the relationship.
Which is exactly what Agentic AI promises. Measuring the right things becomes critical.
Okay, let's wrap this up. To recap the essentials for you listening, first, you've got to focus your efforts and investment on true agentic AI.
The kind that remembers, decides, learns.
Right. Ditch those old, frustrating conditional chatbots. Second, use AI to make your human teams better, make internal stuff awesome.
Leverage that agent assistance, the co-pilots, free up humans for the high-touch, complex stuff.
And third, think about that CX timeline. Start designing AI interactions now for the customers you'll have in 5 years.
And treat your governance model like it is your brand identity.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Absolutely.
And one more thing, we shouldn't forget the ecosystem point Damien made.
Ah, yeah, the partnerships.
Right. Great CX doesn't just stop if a lead isn't a perfect fit right now. In today's world, being able to seamlessly refer them, maybe partner with other agencies, that builds goodwill.
Creates value even if you didn't make the immediate sale.
Exactly. It's about long-term brand equity in a connected world.
That's a really powerful thought for the long game. Okay, final provocative thought then. If generative AI can now listen to and analyze 100% of what customers are saying, understanding their tone, their sentiment, like never before. Does that mean the next really big challenge isn't figuring out what customers are saying anymore?
Yeah.
Is it actually figuring out and managing, legally managing what the AI is saying on your behalf?
Ooh, flipping the script. That's interesting. Controlling the AI's voice as much as listening to the customers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe think about just one touch point in your business this week. Where could you make it smarter, not just faster? What would that